Morning, Coach.
Morning.
Flames moved to 2-0 after a win in New Mexico State. Can you give us some final thoughts on that, and then we'll open it up for UTEP questions?
Yeah, obviously late night for the Flames there, and wasn't pretty, but so thankful to be able to find a way to win it. You know, and any time that you're not playing as well as you hoped, you're looking for some type of, maybe a jump start to get your team going in the direction you want them to go, and to be able to finish that game and find a way to win there in the fourth quarter when it looked just bleak the whole time. Really proud of the character of our team, and there's some things that we did to put ourselves in some situations. There's things they did well against us, but what a great way for our program, hopefully, to continue to move forward. It's hard to win, and it's not easy to do, and our guys are learning that, and we found a way to do it. So I'm pleased with that, and there's a lot of challenges going out there, late kick and all those things, but our guys found a way to do it. Hopefully, as we come back and get back to practice this morning, we'll learn from the things we need to and get ready for a really good opponent coming in.
You told me after the game Saturday night that it took the offense a while, and that maybe at times you guys got away from the run a little bit too early in that game. What are the conversations typically like after a game, just you and your coordinators, and talking about play calling and those types of things, and then what were they like after this game specifically too?
Well, it's more, you're always talking about what could you done better, or hey, what were they doing to us? And as you go back and look at the game, we obviously struggled on third down. But if you make a proper read on this, and you maybe don't drop a pass here, and some of those things, then you look at it, maybe that game goes completely different. So I think as you go back and look at it, we obviously didn't let Cooley touch the ball enough early on. And so that's one of the things as a coach, you go back, I think he had 3 carries in the first half, and which is just not wise on our part. I think those are things that part of that, you're going 3 and out too, and you're not executing and making some plays and some penalties and such. But it's more about not necessarily, hey, why we're calling this, and more so, hey, we got to make sure the guys that need to get the ball are getting the ball, and maybe sticking to that a little bit more when things aren't going our way a little bit. So great learning opportunity for us to learn from that. But there's some things, yes, you wish you'd have done differently, or maybe started doing earlier, right? You can always look back hindsight, but we got it fixed. When it needed to get fixed, if you look at it statistically, you end up with whatever, I think 470 something yards, and over 200 rushing again and all that stuff. But we obviously hold ourselves to a high standard. I think we should just be running everybody up down the field, and that's not the case. It's not the case. And so sometimes as the head coach, that you expect it to be, oh, we should be doing this easy. It's not easy. It's hard. And the other team has been scheming for you all summer and all those things. We're one of the only. We're probably, we get schemed throughout spring and all those things because our offense is different. So guys are really putting a lot of time into doing that. We got to do a better job offensively to making sure once we see how they're doing defending us, to go into the answers that we need to go to. But really more disappointed just overall execution of some things, of whether it was some penalties that got us behind the sticks, or just not executing, whether the play call, or maybe not making the play when it's there. That's the thing that really, I think, if those things, if we're playing and making the plays that are there to be made, not spectacular ones, just the normal ones, then probably a different discussion.
TJ Bush had a really good game the other night. How much growth have you seen out of him in his game? Obviously, he played a lot last year, and also how much did his play Saturday night help the team?
Yeah, I mean, he I've been kidding with him last week that he changed his number, and I told him I missed 23. I missed a young guy that was just happy to be playing and loved playing. I'm not saying that he wasn't, but I think sometimes when you have so much success that you think it comes natural, and it's just always going to be there. And TJ is the type of player that can be a player of the year type guy. I mean, he plays with that. He's got that ability. He's got that mindset. He's very smart, and he's improved tremendously. And what this team needs from him is just consistently every day, bringing the energy, bringing the juice, the way he did. But we're pleased with his progress. I think it's hard. You always have an unbelievable year. It's hard to be a freshman All-American. And then there's typically a sophomore slump. You hear about that all the time, right? But he's put it in his mind to continue to grow, continue to get better. he's a big piece of it.
You look at the D line too, update on Jay Hardy, and then just along those lines too, Juju Gray, who didn't play Saturday.
Yeah, Jay, we're fortunate Jay's not going to require surgery. Now we're a little upset. There was a high-low there on that play, and didn't get called. He's obviously going to miss time. He'll probably be out anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. Hopefully, get him back in that time frame somewhere there. But he will avoid surgery, which is a good thing for him. Juju has a lower leg injury, and so he's probably like a week to week. Maybe there's a chance this week. It just depends on how he recovers from it, some of those things. And so we're not counting on it by any means, but hopefully from a recovery standpoint, some of that. But hopefully we'll get him back sooner rather than later.
Kind of going off TJ Bush, grade out the defensive line performance through 2 games. I know Campbell didn't necessarily have a sack, but against New Mexico State, you guys played well, had 4 sacks and the big blow up. They got a touchdown. How would you kind of view your defensive line performance?
We played. If you look at the previous game, we played 9 guys. Which is unheard of in the line. So I think we were able to rotate some guys, and obviously with Jay going down, that some other guys had to step up. And we have an opportunity there to really control the line of scrimmage from a run standpoint, right? There's at times you look at the both games that we played, we've given up one big play from a screen pass, one big play from a run, and some tackling issues. But besides that, that front line has done a really good job of controlling the line of scrimmage. If you look at the last week's game, we gave up 155 yards in the first quarter. We gave up 36, 19, and 60 in the second, third, and fourth. So they got better. We go as they go. We have that D line there can really be the key, the strength of our team, and we just got to learn how to come out from the get-go and be ready to rock and roll from that standpoint. But if we're going to be the type of team this team can be, they've got to carry us up there from just a standpoint of that front seven specifically of on that line of scrimmage and turning teams where they have to throw the ball. Then hopefully that gives us more opportunities to get sacks and different pressures and more turnovers. Right? When what people try to do to us, they try to run the ball and keep our offense off the field a little bit because they think we're explosive. They're supposed to be explosive anyway. We're not been that quite yet, but and that's the game that's played. And so if we can take that away from them, make teams one-dimensional, then that gives us an opportunity to get some more sacks and create turnovers like we did.
Penalties were something that you expressed frustration with in both victories so far this year. What are you doing, and what are the Player Leadership Council doing as far as the players to hold each other accountable?
Well, we've moved some people down the depth chart because of it. I've suspended somebody from playing time because of it. And so we're doing a part there that I told our guys that, hey, I can run you, I can discipline you, but I'm gonna take things that you truly care about. And it's not like it's not like guys are trying to. I'm gonna go out and do this. In the heat of the moment, we're not responding in a good way. And so our unity council really challenged them on that by position. Hey, we got to be able to control our emotions because what everybody's going to do now, and if you go back and look at some of them should have been on the other team, but we're getting called on why? Because that's what people think we are, and we are what reality is right now. Perception is reality. Perception is that we're undisciplined. And so we'll challenge the Unity Council on that, but I have removed some guys from starting position or reduced playing time because of those. And so hopefully they'll get the message.
You look at UTEP, it's a team that's coming off a tough loss at home. They're 0-2, but obviously you don't take anybody for granted coming in here.
Have you seen us play? We can.
Yeah. But just your impressions of them. It looked like they have some playmakers on offense. Just what have you seen?
Yeah, well, I think one, Coach Walton brings great energy, and he brought a lot of guys with him from his previous stops. So it's not like it's a brand new team and they're trying to learn. So he brought a lot of guys in that knows his system on both sides of the ball. So to me, they're a team that it looks like they've been together longer than actually what they have because of they're the way they can play. There's a lot of continuity they have because of who he was able to bring in. Two, they play extremely hard. Play with unbelievable effort. They don't quit. They're unfortunate. If you look at the Nebraska game, Nebraska obviously they got beat a decent amount, but they really played that game well. and then they were leading this whole game, you know, their previous game there, and just like us, had some penalties that went against them, and those penalties really hurt them in some key situations. And so, obviously, they're going to get that cleaned up, hopefully, like we will. And so, if they don't have those things, they're 1-1, feeling a lot of confidence. And so, you know, for our team, we know what we're learning is we're circled, right? We're circled, and so we have to circle those teams. You know, instead of let's see what come out. We have to go after. We have to learn how we have to go after people that we're circling you, and we know they're coming, and they're going to do a lot of. They're going to play hard, and they're big excited about playing. I could be nervous about playing here. Played in Nebraska to see 90 or 80, whatever that was, and you know, I think they had 40-something thousand there. So it's not like they're going to be intimidated coming in. They're going to come in here with confidence to play and confidence to win. And we have to make sure that we're the most energized and the most team that's ready to play.
All right, Coach. Thank you for your time.
Thank y'all.